In a serious legal blow to the Trump administration, a judge in California has ruled that not only was it wrong for the Trump administration to separate families at the border, but now they're going to order the Trump administration to track down all the parents in order that the children be returned to them. Now, this is part of a lawsuit that has taken place against the U.S. government by the ACLU. U.S. District Judge Dina Sabra in California ruled that the period in which children and parents were separated to be included in the lawsuit should go as far back as July 1st, 2017, when the Trump administration lied that there was a policy of separating families. The U.S. government claimed it should only include 2,700 plus children taken from their parents late spring. In his 14-page ruling, he wrote, "The hallmark of a civilized society is measured in how it treats its people and those within its borders. The defendants may have to change course and undertake additional efforts to address these issues does not render modification of the class definition unfair. It only serves to underscore the unquestionable importance of the effort and why it is necessary and worthwhile." The question now is for the Trump administration to track down the separated families and reunite them. The judge said it may be burdensome, but it clearly can be done. However, the inhumanity of this U.S. administration is made very clear in the statement that it is too hard to track down the families. It is too much of an effort to reunite people that were separated by the cold-blooded indifference of ICE and other aspects of the U.S. government. Lee Gallant, the lead attorney in the lawsuit, commented in the claim, "The court powerfully stated that there is a lot at stake here, and that it was not prepared to let the government escape responsibility simply because it might be burdensome to track families down." Now, in this reporter's opinion, it is of the utmost importance that these people be reunited, but it is going to be very difficult. Now, one of the problems here is that there is some very despicable actions on the part, specifically of the Trump administration, that are being covered up. Now, it has already been reported that a lot of these children who were forcefully taken from their parents were given to Christian adoption agencies linked to Betsy DeVos. As you recall, she was the woman appointed to the Secretary of Education by the Trump administration. And her family is largely connected to this adoption agency that is said by human rights groups to aggressively pursue children to be adopted. And this was going to be done along Christian lines. In other words, it's very much a religious kind of creepy, culty kind of thing, that it's almost child trafficking for the purpose of making them Christian. As if Mexico wasn't, in most of Latin America, wasn't already Christian anyway. But I suppose it might have been the wrong kind of Christian, if you know what I mean. But I think that aspect of child trafficking, which Donald Trump is linked to by proxy of Betsy DeVos and her family, who are heavily connected to this organization, this is all going to get dug up. This is all going to be brought to light, and this is something that I've reported on before, and one or two mainstream media outlets have reported before, and this is going to get all dragged into the court system, and that's going to make things very, very messy, particularly for these children that have been adopted out without the consent of their parents, and parents who didn't even want to give up the children to begin with. So I personally foresee a really long legal battle over this, because those adoptive parents are going to definitely say, Jesus wants me to have this kid, etc. So this is something that's going to be going on for quite a while, and it's going to be very interesting to see how this plays out in court. Thank you for watching. If you like this program, then please head over to my Patreon page and set up a monthly donation. It's your donations that keep this program running. Also, if you would like, please rate, comment, subscribe, and share in various social media.